The graphics say it all. This week the Cup organizers released the 10 days to go video, and by this time there are less. We start the regatta next week and all the sailing media are working out how they see and cover it for your satisfaction. Behind the scenes here on The World on Water, we will be announcing how we will join the media pack. Keep watching for the details. Subscribe to our channel and be informed. Here is your weekly global sailing highlights show, The World on Water, videos released in the past 7 days, August 16, 2024. The RORC Griffin Youth Programme gives opportunities for people between 18 to 30 to get involved in offshore sailing. It is not an easy sport to get involved in. You have to find a crew, a boat and a skipper. What Griffin is trying to do is remove some of those barriers, said Griffin Chairman, Jim Driver. 300 young sailors applied for the RORC Griffin Selection weekends, and just 20 were chosen to race in brand new Sun, Fast 30 ODs, chartered by the Royal Ocean Racing Club. The Griffin Teams of mixed gender and abilities race without any mentors on board. Griffin Teams race in the world's largest offshore racing series, the RORC Seasons Points Championship.
Griffin's all about creating the next generation of sailors, and this year we'll have introduced about 40 new members to RORC.
I just love the idea. I knew that the RORC would organise it well. I've got great respect for Jim Driver and all the work him and his coaching team have put into it.
It's not just about trimming sails and helming, it's that whole campaign. If you want to finish an offshore race, there's so much about it that's not on the water, and they'll have learnt so much because it's their campaign, it's their boat, and they've learned from the best.
As soon as I found out about Griffin, I saw the name of the coaches, I was like, oh my God, I have to get into this. Absolutely.
We had a great training weekend with some pretty incredible sailors that taught us a lot of stuff, and it was a lot of harsh reality. And it was how we meshed together in a team that we didn't choose and we were just thrown into.
Griffin Project this year, they've had to make their own teams. They've had to learn how to get on with other people, they've had to prep the boat, they've had to make all the racing decisions themselves. And yes, there's been support, but fundamentally it's been down to them. And that is an opportunity that doesn't come by too often.
It's not really something I've heard of before. It's more about the organisation and the effort involved in running an offshore team.
It's tough, like the racing and the prepping for the race, it's very tough. But then at the end, it's all worth it.
Resilience is probably the word at the top of the list that offshore sailing teaches you. Having been there and witnessed it and coached myself and seen the enthusiasms, they demonstrated that in abundance, and I'm sure that what they've been through in the races they've done today and given them a whole lot of resilience, which hopefully they'll carry forward into their future sailing.
When we set about looking at who we wanted to bring forward into this campaign, it wasn't just those with enormous sailing CVs. To us, it was almost more important to have the right attitude.
We've got people from all over the world, all sorts of different nationalities, and we've got a very good gender balance. We didn't mandate that, we selected on merit, but we were very keen to encourage that, and we've ended up with 60-40, I think, male-female. They've all come through a rigorous selection weekend, so they've all got massive strengths in sailing, but some bring real dinghy sailing expertise, some bring lots of cruising miles. They all bring something special to the programme, but they all bring something different.
Yeah, we've created a unique programme here, and it's supported by some great partners. It would not be possible without RORC, Boatfolk and North, who have all put a lot into it. But ultimately, the more partners we have, the more we can do.
Well, North Sales has supported the Griffin Project for a number of years in various ways, through coaching support, discounting sales, helping with sales service, acting as mentors to some of the sailors. But the most important question is, why have we done it? And the simple answer is because they're the future. You know, the sport needs the stars of the future. It's beholden on all of us, I think, in the marine industry and yacht owners and RORC members to try and support the next generation as much as we can.
RORC absolutely plans to keep the Griffin initiative going and build on what we've done, make it bigger and better in 2025 and beyond. No question.
We can do more. There's definitely the demand out there. And the uniqueness of this programme makes it so valuable to the sailors. So the more support we have from our partners, the more we can invest in the sailors and the future opportunities for them.
You know, I really look forward to supporting in the future. I'd encourage anybody else who's interested in the RORC, in offshore sailing, in the marine industry, in the health of sailing, to get on board and support it along with us.
These are tiny boats, making an epic journey, and it's Sana the McIntyre Mini Globe Race, which will redefine solo sailing. Get ready for a groundbreaking event as 18 daring sailors set to embark on an epic solo race around the world in 5.8-meter home-built plywood yachts. With just 6 months to go, the excitement is building for the McIntyre Mini Globe Race. In this video, we spotlight Hull 99 and Hull 100, featuring a father-son duo, Mike and John. They are proud entrants in the Mini Globe Race and is presenting their incredible journey at the 2024 Sydney International Boat Show. Join us for an introduction to this historic, first-ever global race for mini yachts. Don't miss out on the adventure of a lifetime.
G'day everyone at the Sydney International Boat Show. I'm Don McIntyre. I'm the organiser of the Golden Globe Race, the Ocean Globe Race and now the Mini Globe Race. So what's that? Well, first of all, it's a race around the world, solo race, leaving in December 28th from Portugal. That's the start of transatlantic qualifier. And then on February the 23rd, it'll leave from Antigua, setting off around the world. We've got 18 sailors from 11 countries, and there's 4 Australians in this race, including Mike and John, who are sitting right beside you. The Class Globe 580 is a one design boat. It's anyone can build it. It comes as a kit, or you just buy the plans for €300. You spend 6 months or 3 years, however you like, to build the boat. It's very safe, very strong, watertight bulkheads. Then to qualify, you need to do survival training, you need to do medical training, you need to learn how to celestial navigate, even though you can use satellite communications to anywhere you want, GPS, and file. You can take Starlink if you want, the Starlink Mini, file off your boat. It's real fantastic, really fantastic. So the course goes from Portugal across to Antigua. That's the qualifier. It starts in Antigua at the Antigua Sailing Academy, through to Panama, from Panama through to Fiji, with stops in Tahiti and Tonga. And then from Fiji, next leg all the way to Cape Town, stops in Darwin and Mauritius. And then from Cape Town in December of 2025, it'll head up to Mauritius and, into St. Helena, and then to Recife, and then finally back to Antigua in about 400 days later. It's a world first. No one's ever done it before. A huge adventure. It's going to be great stories. You can follow it all on minigloberace.com. Or you can follow it on the Class Globe 580 if you want to know anything about the boats. We've got 230 odd builders in 27 countries around the world with this class. It's going to get hugely popular, so watch this space. I'll hand it back now to John. They've got hull, father and son with hull number 199. So have fun. Wish I was there. See ya.
How good is this? Blowing 20 knots out here. It's perfect. On a boat that I built myself with my dad. How good? I'm just literally just hiking out. Still got my PJs on. Loving life.
Several sailors threatened comebacks through the double, but ultimately no one could deny Lena Oppenstein and Mark Pear being crowned the Queen and King of Tenerife for 2024. After a short interlude in the mid-afternoon, the men's and women's double eliminations were completed on the penultimate day of the 2024 Tenerife PWA World Cup, and El Cabezo has certainly provided a solid all-round test with a wide variety of conditions being thrown at the competitors over the last 6 days. However, despite several sailors mounting some excellent comebacks, ultimately, nobody could prevent the single elimination champions, Lena Oppenstein, 7 sails, and Mark Pear, Simmer sails, from claiming the top spots on the women's and men's prestigious event podiums.
What a day here in Tenerife for the Playa Surf PWA World Cup. We have absolutely delivered in this competition. In the women, a full double elimination result. Coming back through the double, Ibaya Moreno, so many times world champion. She was on fire today. Coming back to second place, took down Sarah Kita off ringer to get a podium spot. And then again, Alexia Kiefer to set up a final with her and Lena Oppenstein. But Lena Oppenstein, she was on a mission to win this event, and she stopped Ibaya in her tracks. So the single elimination winner absolutely dominated the final. How does it feel?
I have no words. I mean, this feels like the biggest win ever. I've been wanting to, these are my idols, and I've been wanting to be on top for a long, long time, and I can't put it into words.
In the men, the comeback story was Marino Gil, the current world rankings leader, came back to finish 4th place, but it was Victor Fernandez that stopped him in his tracks. Victor Fernandez was on fire today, taking down Julian Salmon and matching up with that final with Mark Paré.
I thought it was going to be really tough, you know? I mean, I worked for it, but yeah, you know, I'm really glad to come back in the double. Marino, Julian and Mark are the future of the sport. And I am still there, you know, pushing. And for me, having a final with Mark is a dream, you know. I don't know how many more times it's going to happen, but I think he deserves the win because he had an incredible final and all that happened to him. But, you know, second is second. It's difficult as well, you know. So I'm mega happy.
But Mark Paré, he wanted this victory, coming back from injury, winning the single. He was not going to give up without a fight, and he absolutely killed it in the final, opening up with a perfect double forward loop on the big gear. He backed it up with some solid wave riding, and he will be the champion here in Tenerife. So what a competition we have had. Lena Oppenstein, winner in the women, Mark Paré in the men.
World Cup winner, how does it sound?
That feels amazing. That was actually a lot more nerve-wracking than like doing the whole single, you know. So I'm like super happy, and yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I'm very happy, and it was hard to get in the mindset. Finally, you know, I clicked, and yeah, and I just felt good and ready. So I'm very happy. Honestly, nothing to say.
So what an emotional finish to this event. I don't think I've ever seen scenes like it. All the riders happy for each other. It was just such a great way to end an amazing event. There's still one day left in this competition. The forecast isn't good, but tune into the live stream because you never know. This place delivers.
Onboard Chris Bake's highly successful team Aqua, they have opened up how their top tactician, Cameron Appleton, calls the shots. He is his skipper's eyes and ears, calling the shots on how to bake the competition. It is a great verbal description for Chris, and all the crew, to work in tune with the boat and its surroundings. We can all learn from a pro, like Cameron.
Trimming up now, Chris. Turning up. Okay, hold that. Go at Peninsula. Down now, down now. Okay. Back up, back up. Oh, you might have been able to hook him actually. Shit. Might have been able to hook him. Okay. Keep us a little. Shouldn't have done that now. Okay, just keep us up here right now. High build on the wind, okay, right now. Higher, higher, Chris. Okay, hold that, hold that. Okay, slowly trimming up here, Chris. Slowly trimming up, turning up. Slowly trimming up. Hold out, hold out, hold out. Okay. Go now, Chris, go now, go now. Go, 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 go. Hold out. Press just a little. Stand by here, guys. 3, 2, 1, and tacking. Keep going, Chris. Stand by to go back, okay? Okay, 3, 2, 1, and tacking. Gently, gently, Chris, gently, gently. Okay, you're going to have to do a nice shoot, okay? Yep. Press just a little more. Up a bit now, up now, up now. Up now, up now. Keep sneaking, up a little, Chris. Okay. Keep it high, okay? Keep it high. Everybody up. Bow down just a little, Chris. Down just a little. Down just a little, please. Down just a little more. Down all the way. Down all the way. Keep it working down. Peninsula, guys. Jibing, jibing. Turning, Chris. Turning. Keep turning.
Keep turning, keep turning. Keep turning.
Coming down on this. Big down, Chris. Stand by to jibe here, guys. Not yet, Chris, not yet. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, and jibing. You'll change the sides after it, okay? Jib up.
Hold the angle, hold the angle. 2, 1, and the
go, jib. Gonna be dropping in 5, 4, hold bow, Chris, hold bow, not lower. Dropping in 4, 3, 2, 1, let's have it. Change, change, change. Hold bow, hold bow, hold bow. Hold bow. Press just a little bit. And dipping now, dipping now. Big dip, big dip, big dip. Big dip, down, down, down.
We're good, we're
up now, up now. Up now, up now, up now. Up now, slow the turn, slow the turn. Trimming up a little, Chris, trimming up a little. Slowly up. Slowly up, Chris. Slowly up, Chris. Slowly, yeah. Yeah. Slowly up, slowly up, slowly up. Slowly up, Chris, slowly up. Keep coming up, Chris. Slowly up. Slowly up.
No, you can't. We're locked in here.
And pressing a little now. Pressing a little now, Chris. Pressing a little. Press, press. Big press here. Okay, right there. Staying high now. Staying high now. Okay, staying high. Okay, stand by in 3, 2, 1, and tacking. Good angle.
Good angle. Good angle. Hold.
Nicely done, Chris. Okay, slowly start sneaking, Andrew. Sneaking. Keep the bow up a little.
No hobble, okay, you alright?
Okay, sneak. Working down, Chris. Working down. Working down. And slowly, Chris. Push. Andrew, go. Little bit of breeze here. Happy to work down when you feel it. Okay, you can work down now, Christian. Right,
Really good job.
Is that your first one, Andrew? 2 guys.
Do you want to pack that one while this one's in the air? One more?
I think they probably will. Well, yeah, but the marks are all in, so let's just pretend we can rehoist it. We can rehoist it.
A match race is a race between 2 boats, and essentially it's defined as that in the same way that you might play a tennis match or a football match, the point being there are only 2 boats in the race. With a match race, you're able to reduce some of the variables that you have in fleet racing and therefore control the race a little bit more. Of course, in sailing there are so many things we can't control with wind and waves and differences across the course. But if there are only 2 boats, you can manage those a little bit better. And so match racing becomes a great way to find out what the strongest team is. In the America's Cup we sail windward-leeward courses, so the first leg is directly into the wind, the second leg directly away, and then repeat for the number of rounds that the race officer sets. Of course we can't sail straight into the wind or straight away from it, and that's why we tack up the beat and then jibe down the beat, sailing a zigzag course. Well, match racing is obviously a bit different to fleet racing. Fleet racing there are more boats and so potentially more action. In match racing there's only 1 boat that you have to beat, and so you tend to see much more aggressive tactics. Of course, if you can slow down that 1 boat, then you don't have to complete the course in quite as fast a time. So certainly we're trying in match racing to position our boat to slow down the other one. Well, I think philosophically in fleet racing you try and stay away from the other boats and get around the course as fast as you can, whereas in a match race you're looking to engage, looking to affect the other boat, slow them down, and that allows you to be ahead at the finish line.
The highly popular 29th OIA Cup OIA Optimus class Circolo Vela Arco was held last week on Lake Como, Italy, on the 10th, 11th and 12th of August, 2024. There was 544 Yound Opti participants, representing 29 nations. We are very proud to cover these budding sailors living it up in the annual huge regatta, the 29th OIA Cup OIA Optimist. Pietro Lombardi and Francis Papin were the winners in the men's and women's cadet categories. Turkish Budak and Sofia Bomartini made the top step of the podium in the male and female juniors categories. The Optimist Summer Youth Sailing Festival came to a close with the 3rd and final day of the RORC Cup, a regatta organized by Circolo Vela Arco, on behalf of the Italian Sailing Federation, now in its 29th edition. The event, increasingly eagerly awaited by young sailors, attracts not only Italian participants, but also a growing number of international athletes, including those from all around the world. Registrations, limited for logistical reasons, reached almost 550 participants, with a further 200 requests that unfortunately could not be accepted. In particular, there was an increase in the number of helmsmen from countries both distant and emerging in this sport, in addition to the United States, already a constant presence at international events on Garda Trentino. This year also saw the participation of teams from China, Singapore, Canada, Hong Kong and Azerbaijan, in addition to the main European countries, for a total of 29 nations. In the cadets, Division B, under 11, had 93 participants. Italy took the top step of the podium thanks to the perseverance of Pietro Lombardi of Italy, who managed to overtake France's Antoinette Papin on the last day, albeit by just 1 point. In third place overall, and second among the girls, was Alex Nguyen Min, representing Hong Kong. A spectacular comeback on the last day allowed Giugo Lazzarini, Italy, to move up 3 places and finish 4th after a brilliant 2-1 finish on the last day. 5th and 6th place for Pietro Bonamo and Martino Broilo, Italy. Turkey, Mut Durkal, USA, Dylan Stricken, Switzerland, Melissa Ada Khan, 3rd female, and Germany, Kasper Schweiger, completed the top 10 finishers and prize winners. In the juniors, Division A, 4 under-15s, had 466 participants. The last 2 races on Monday saw an exciting challenge between the top 93 helmsmen in the junior fleet.